what we have to do. We have to resist. We have to put a lot of resistance and push and make it as hard as we can on our stalkers, our attackers. The easier it is for them, the more they get away with, the more they get away with, the more they do. And that's just how these people work. That's just how bad people work. The more they get away with, the more that they're going to do. So these videos are really, really important. Not these videos. Any kind of awareness building and activism is very, very important. And y'all know that. I guess I'm preaching to the choir. If you are new TI, look, I'm rubbing my nose again, but it's because it actually itches. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm going to be more aware of that, and I'm going to call it out when I do it, so y'all know it's not some kind of signal or something like that. Still dealing with the vehicular stalking, a lot of trailers, like empty trailers, one-night cars, not too many cops, because I haven't been doing vehicular stalking videos. And like I said, I think that was when you're in a car and DHS fusion centers are already patrolling you, and you have a phone camera and you're just, taking footage, that's reported back to the DHS fusion center, and they're going to patrol you harder, probably with police and stuff like that. So get ready for that if you're taking videos in your car. I guess a dash cam or some sunglasses that can take videos a lot smarter than something that people can be aware of and report back that you're doing. But I just wanted to make a little video today checking in. Everything's not like one of my TI friends says. He says, not the worst, not the best. But it's been pretty tough because, I did around the place where I live, there's so much non-weapon. It's not electronic harassment, but it's noise campaigns and driving cars in and out and slamming doors next door, making loud sounds next door. So I was just like, I instantly put that in my head with, okay, if these people know what I'm doing and they're kind of going out at the same time as I'm waking up, they've got to have weapons. They've got to have, they probably have a little bit of surveillance or whatever, but I don't think they are hitting me with weapons from anywhere in that place. They've just kind of got the gang stalking going in that place. But I'm really not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Y'all know how this works. It's hard to know where it's coming from, especially if they've got, a lot of the remote stuff, built up in your situation, which they do. And if it's by radar, by over-the-horizon radar, they can make it sound like it's coming from different directions, like how it hits your head and stuff like that. So, be careful. I mean, I'm not one to go and accuse my neighbors anyway. When I knew it was the guy in the house next to me, I got the police out there, and I was like, there's a high-pitched sound coming from your house, and he just denied it and whatever. But now, I'm a lot more careful about that. I understand how police are going to react to that. And but who's to say in the future when there's more awareness about this, and if you're sure of what's happening, there might be some good cops to check things out. We just don't know how things are going to go. That was kind of a message I wanted to kind of put out here. I know this seems big, and it seems like, these things are just going to happen. The system's so big, and it's coming down from such a high level that there's really nothing much we can do, and it's, the technology's advanced, and they somehow put it out at a community level, which is that's meant to hurt us. That's meant to hurt society. I mean, that's meant to hurt the middle class. It's going to cause more trouble for the police. Any money that any of these agencies are making from this is instantly going to be taken away by all the time and resources they have to use to, target innocent, non-criminal activities of innocent citizens. So I mean, this is all just a kind of a wipe, but then it's killing innocent people. Um, I was watching something by Edward Snowden, and he said that it's like putting more hay on a haystack, where you got to find needles in a haystack. So they're trying to find terrorism, but what they're doing with these programs, like the DHS fusion centers, and especially with electronic harassment and remote neural monitoring and stuff, they're heaping hay onto the haystack, where they're trying to find these needles, these terrorists in society or whatever. So it's not meant to find the bad guys. This is meant to hurt us. This is meant to hurt society. I am just concrete on that. And you can leave your comments about that if you think that some of these people actually think that this is helping society. Please leave your comments. I'm ready to discourse about that. But in my head, and how I've seen this work, and how it's hurt my family and me, and I am innocent. Like, I am an innocent person. I almost thought about going into the police station and saying, hey, they're like cops caravanning me, and somebody's hit me with military ordnance, and my parents don't know about all this stuff, and it's like burning me and microwaving me, and saying, I didn't do anything, but let me go ahead and turn myself in because somebody thinks that I did something. So go ahead and arrest me, and because police are caravanning me, and so somebody thinks I did something. I've almost, that's kind of just been I know that wouldn't really work. They'd be like, go away, and then I'd still get the harassment and the caravanning, because this isn't really meant to find criminals. This is meant to hurt us, to hurt our society. So that's just kind of a point I wanted to make there. Because, if you went in and you were like, hey, apparently somebody thinks I did something because, I'm being hit with military-directed energy weapons, and I'm being caravanned by tons of people in the city. They're patrolling me, or, harassing me and stuff. So I didn't do anything. Go ahead and cuff me and give me my day in court because somebody thinks I did something. They would turn you away, So obviously they're not trying to catch people. They're trying to entrap them. They're trying to make them do things. They're not trying to catch people for anything they did. Because I haven't done anything in my past worse than smoking pot. But anyway, I guess that's all I want to say. That comment from Edward Snowden, he talks about, what he found from the NSA and remote neural monitoring, how they can, basically catch phrases in your head. They can pick up on those frequencies and get a readout. It's more than that, though. Like, targeted individuals know that it is more than that. It's more than just phrases. It's stuff that comes from your visual cortex, that you're bringing up to your visual cortex. Either imagination from your mind, or plans, or memories, or anything like that. So, and the directed dreaming, this one was really bad, because it was like fun. It's partly funny, and it was a directed dreaming. It wasn't one of my dreams, because it was like almost a movie. It was like a movie. And it's like things were put in there. It was like funny, but then things were put in there that were like incriminating, and then things were put in there that were like perversion, and it was very bad. It was a very bad directed dream, and so they're really trying hard on me, I guess, to incriminate me, or to make me react. And I'm just trying to move to the next place. I'm trying to get away from it. I think that it's a good thing that now I'm pretty certain that nobody around me has hit me with weapons or anything, but it has built up. The gang stalking around me has built up. The people doing bizarre stuff around there has built up to where I need to get out of there. And I think it'll help my roommate too. She won't be around it. She's basically been kind of staying, she's been, it's just, it's good. But I really, I just want to get her away from it too. and this will do that. She's got a place to go, so it'll make me feel better. Yeah, so that's basically. I just wanted to tell you all about my situation. Really sucks though, because I really like having a roommate. That really does help on certain levels. But this stuff is so hard to deal with. I think just, for me, for my situation, I don't know about other TIs. Because other TIs, they may need to stay with somebody. They may need that safety, especially if they're a woman living alone. They need somebody to live with so they can make sure nobody's breaking in or something like that. But for me in my situation, I'm going to feel a lot better, dealing with this stuff on my own, and it's hard to make people around you realize what is going on, and that it's not their responsibility. And plus our situation was supposed to be, just her living in the house for a while, seeing how it worked out, so the 6-month lease happened, which was great. It's been good. It's been as good as it could be, but I've got some stuff I have to deal with this, and, it's better for me, if I know all the factors involved, and I can control all the factors, and then I can deal with these unknown factors of the attacks. But it is sad, because I really, having a cool roommate, and going out and doing those things really is necessary to live a productive life. Just the height of the attacks and everything like that, though, I've really got to deal with it. I've really got to deal with it and buy time. Put out anything that I can do to make other TIs aware or help them with information, and just kind of move on. And I'll still see my roommate. I'm gonna hang out with her and stuff. But I need to have a controlled environment on ground level where I can defend. So it really makes me sad, because I need that in my life. Friends around me. My family's been such a blessing. If I didn't have them, I would probably be homeless or worse. I pray to God, and I praise Him for having such a good family that helps me out, even though they don't understand my situation. But I think it's time that we, step it up. We got to make people understand the stuff's out there. At least just make them understand that it's out there, because this stuff destroys families. It turns people against each other. People, will think you're crazy when you're really going through something hard. And, having Crohn's disease from when I was the age of 10, that was a hard thing. But the community knowing what was going on and being on the same page with me, my family being on the same page, made it just a simple marshmallow thing to walk through. It was so easy. It was such a hard thing, but it was so easy. It was a challenge because it was just a challenge, because everybody knew, what I was going through. And so it wasn't like it wasn't something that was just like, wow. It's like, even though you're fighting so hard, something you don't know, you still get through it, and people hold on to each other. It's like, this causes disparity and confusion because nobody knows about the technology. And that's the part where it just rips at my heart, to have good friends not know what you're going through or argue with you about it, and it's something that's really terrible that you need to get through, and you're not trying to be selfish, but it makes you look like a selfish, crazy person while you're trying to do this. While you're trying to help other TIs, trying to get awareness out, because this is technology that will be used on all of us. This is not something that they're going to pick 1% of the population and it's going to stay balanced. This is going to pick up. They are going to bring more TIs into this, and more people are going to be hurt if they get away with it. So that's why we've got to spread as much awareness as we can. It's so imperative. And like I understand how, like, I mean, trust me, like when I started making videos,